The box score pretty much says it all. The Boston Celtics just got blown out by 20, but look at who played in this game.
Great in and out dribble. Oh! He set off the smoke detector.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Bet your
Jalen
What's up, everyone, and welcome in to your Celtic Source, home of your 59 and 21 second place Boston Celtics. The Celtics are still on path to get to the back-to-back 60-win seasons, but with this loss on the road, they now fall one game short of reaching, tying the best road record of all time with the 16-17 Golden State Warriors at 34-7. They will finish the season at 33-8 on the road, which is still an unbelievable road record, best in the NBA this season. But you look at who played in this game, and no wonder they lost by 20. I'll just name the guys who didn't play in this one. No Jason Tatum, no Jalen Brown, no Derek White, no Drew Holiday, no Kristaps Porzingis, and no Al Horford. So you're missing your top six guys, and Jalen Brown, is now ineligible to get to that, All NBA awards, third team or whatever he had a chance of making, which is good. You know, it's good to see that he wasn't that he's now uneligible because now he can sit these last two games, which he desperately needs to sit. I mean, he looked awful in that game against the who was it that they played the Knicks last night, where he scores just 6 points or 8 points maybe in 22 minutes. Um, but as for this game, it's nice that you're getting the bench to get minutes. Some of these guys are going to play in the playoffs, right? Obviously, Payton Pritchard, Luke Cornett, Sam Hauser are all going to play. Maybe you even get Baylor Shireman um, minutes in the playoffs. So it's great that he gets to play, and he was the star of this losing effort from the Celtics. Right, he scores 15 points, plays 35 minutes. It's obviously a career high for him in the NBA. 5 rebounds, 3 assists to go along with it. Just 2 turnovers. 1 of 7 from three though. He wasn't great in this one. He looked a little, rushing his shot, sort of just throwing it up, and a poor shooting night from the Celtics as a team. 7 of 40, 17.5%. That might be the lowest of the season. And I mean, most of these guys are just not reliable 3-point shooters anyway. Guys like Torrey Craig, Luke Cornett, who obviously didn't take a three, but you got shots from, you know, Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard. These were, low percentages for their seasons as well, right? Peyton Pritchard is 1 of 7. It seems like he's struggling lately, which is not great given that he's going to have a big role in the playoffs, I would expect. And if he's going to be getting attacked on defense and then not being productive on the offense, then, you know, that's not great for the Celtics, who are going to need to rely on their bench a good amount in these playoffs, I think. Like, Peyton Pritchard is a lock to get six man of the year. We all know that, but like, there have been some games against tough opponents or when he's the main guy out there and he hasn't come up, clutch and save the team. And I didn't expect anything, right? We might play Orlando in the first round, so it's obviously Joe Mazzulla didn't show anything in this one, especially with all your main guys sitting. But Peyton Pritchard, right? He got attacked over and over by Paulo Banchero. That's going to be a common thread if we play this team round one. So we do need to watch for that. Sam Hauser, unproductive as well. Um, a better shooting percentage than Pritchard, but still not great. 2 of 8, right? So one of his worst of the season. Um, it's just one game. I'm not buying anything, especially when you have no Jason Tatum, no Jalen Brown, no Derek White, no Al Horford making plays for them, getting them open. They have to create all the shots on their own, and that can be really difficult when you have guys like Drew Peterson and JD Davison as your point guards. I mean, it was a crazy game. right? And you know, that's just for the Celtics. The fact that the Magic only scored 96 points against a team like this is just sad. I mean, you have to be able to break 100 when the Celtics are not playing anyone. I mean, I'm just looking at its box score here. This is a crazy. Paul Banchero, the star of that team, just scores 15 points. Franz Wagner, 23 points. Carter, 8 points. Corey Joseph, I have no idea who that guy is, but he gets 3 points. And then obviously KCP, Carwell Pope, 0 points in just 7 minutes starting. So just a weird game. And right, Orlando has had trouble all year scoring the ball. That's why they're in the place they are right now. And they've gotten injuries. They've had a fair amount of injuries this season, but still, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league. But when you can't score the ball to save your life, you're going to end up 40-40 in a pretty, you know, average to low middle part of the Eastern Conference. Like, right, teams are good throughout the Western Conference, and teams are definitely good at the top of the Eastern Conference. Like not like they were last year, but the middle pack of the Eastern Conference and the lower end continues to be pretty bad. Right. Obviously, with Orlando getting this win, they do move back to 40-40 on the season, back to 500. But every other team is going to have a losing record um, in the play-in, which is, I don't know if that's ever happened that all four teams, and maybe it won't be all four, but at least three of these teams are all going to have losing records. So just a pretty bad play-in bunch of teams. The Hawks, the Bulls are always in that spot, it feels like. And this year, you're going to get the Magic and the Heat, who have just he have been hot as of recently, but have obviously tailed off since Jimmy Butler. But back to this game, not much to talk about here. You know, I will do game reactions after both Hornets games, and then obviously next week we will have a bunch of season recap, playoff previews, highlights from individual players. So all of that coming next week after the end of the season. But what else to talk about in this game? Basically everyone that was eligible, or basically everyone that Joe Mazzulla did not put on the or that did not sit out in this game did play. Right, Tillman gets minutes. Miles Norris, who the Celtics traded for back in February, G League, who's been in the G League, you know, hasn't been doing much. I don't know what the reason was behind getting him, but he played. Keita played. Not a great night from Keita. 25 points, 25 minutes, just 11 points, a minus 17, which ties the team high with Sam Hauser, who was also minus 17. Um, but I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. You can now find all game reactions on Spotify and more apps coming soon where you can listen to it instead of watching. But yeah, follow me on social media, and I'll be back for game reaction to Celtics Hornets. And until next time, go Celtics.
It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured.